It's pretty far. Oh, jeez. No trolls there. What the heck is this creepiness?
Blair Witch is here.
Blair Witch, Jesus. Oh Lord, she coming. She's coming in. Some chickadee. Ooh. They don't want to fight. God, they're looking at each other. Hey, no. You leave my humbum alone. Not for you. Oh my God. Hey guys. Still with a lung problem. I I'm coughing constantly. What? Oh, I just applied to 2 part-time jobs, so I already kind of feel good about today. Just like feeling like I'm doing what I need to, which is good. And also I'm starting a new theme in Patreon, which is loose painting. Would mostly focus on working watercolor like the way that it was kind of intended to be used. I used it kind of like I tend to use it a bit too much like a pencil. Like I try too hard to get details sometimes, and sometimes it just frustrates me, or I mean, like I like my usual style and such, but sometimes I just kind of want to take a rest from that style and just kind of learn to let things happen more organically, and maybe I would overwork things a lot less. So these actually turned out super good. I didn't draw any lines beforehand or afterward. That whole thing going on there actually does kind of look like trees, even though I specifically avoided making trees, if you know what I mean. Like I would just, like normally I would get obsessed and I would start doing tree shapes and then getting frustrated because it just looks like nothing to me but a mess. And like this looks actually pretty decent. It's like underworked, but kind of not, you know? I don't know. Like, I like it. I really like how this went. This one I required a drawing because of the shape. But everything else is just kind of, it's there, but you know what it is. You know what it is. It looks kind of nice on its own. It could be worked more, but it's also just kind of like, this stage looks good to me, so I'm just not even going to touch it. And this is like a lesson that I'm trying to teach myself, to just kind of see the beauty in something as it is, instead of turning it into something that it doesn't need to be. But yeah, not that I want to like change my whole style or anything, but I do think that sometimes my stuff gets overworked because I get frustrated that it doesn't look like a photo or whatever. That's what I'm doing. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, in case I didn't. I got these in the mail before I knew that I wasn't getting a job. I was so sad. Oh, I'm so devastated by that still. Oh my God. Because I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Leron Lekonsky, because like this is more along his style of painting, which is what I'm like imitating kind of like. And of course I'm using, like, I bought his favorite brushes as well. And I have another pack of my other favorite brushes coming, because I kind of wanted to do a brush related video. And unfortunately none of the ones I bought are much larger, so that didn't really help me that much. But I'd love to compare it to a natural sable paintbrush, but those are, you know, no less than $30 a piece, and I already just spent $100 on just like this. Like this was probably $60, which is kind of crazy. And the other pack, which was a pack of 4, so that's just a lot. Such bad timing generally. Everything sucks, but already kind of too late. But when I imagined myself being unemployed during this time and making the most of it, I imagined myself going out every morning and getting exercise, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm sick, because I went from like moving 8 or 9 hours a day on my feet to sitting for a lot of time. So like I feel like a disaster physically, and I'm gonna go cycling and try to like start something, you know? Yeah, I also have a bunch of Patreon things to send to 4. I'm really actually happy with the sketches from this month too. They're really fun, and just need to scoot by a mailbox. Send those. Everyone's favorite time of month is Patreon. It's mailing time. Boy, I've started a new page. There's a thing. There's a show that I might want to join, but I haven't decided yet because it sounds expensive. So like it's a gallery run by like a New West group, I guess, and they're doing a really short kind of like show where they have parties for buyers and stuff, and it sounds kind of interesting. But it's a $25 admission fee, and you can have up to 3 paintings in it. And I think this would be like the first time I ever put multiples of anything, because the prices are set. So you send them 3 paintings, they might hang them, or they might just hang one of them or none of them. But if they do, they're put on sale for $150 flat price, and they get a third of that. So like each painting would be $150, but I would only get $100 of it, which might be fine depending on what it is. Like I was really thinking of doing something kind of like this, but it is kind of time consuming, so I don't know if I would actually be able to do, because it's like a 12 by 12 square inch panel, which is kind of large. So yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do it in the fast enough time to have that fit within the budget. But it might be an interesting experience, and like my kind of focus right now spiritually is just kind of expanding my network, because I have none. And now that I am out of my day job is very isolating, right? So it takes up an awful lot of my time, and I'm stuck in a room with a very few people who have no interest in anything that I'm doing or anything that I have interest in. And so it's now that I'm out away from there, I feel like I need to be using this opportunity to actually find my people. So there's like so many things I want to do. Like I really like to go take this book to the Starbucks and just paint there and see if anything happens. Nothing would happen, which is why I'm not like super motivated to do that, except that I want a drink. That's literally the only reason. And I did do that one time where I went to the Starbucks and I sat there and drew for a bit. And what ended up happening is I sat there for an hour, marveled at how many people were there in suits, And I got a free sample, which is totally worth waiting around for. So I'm like, yeah. And I kind of just wanted to do that today. Just an excuse to get out of the house. I wanted to go to one of the meetups for the Vancouver Sketch Group, even though I'm kind of afraid to. But, you know, just things like that. I want to do the show just so that I have an opportunity to just have my art in a different place for the first time. And things like that, like art shows generally don't work out because I could just kind of slink in and look around, and then I slink out because it's just a room full of artists, and that's great and all, but like I don't know how to socialize in public. I just don't. And yeah, but the thing is, like, I feel like I have a setback right now because I have this freaking respiratory disease, and I'm like so tired of it, and I'm sick of being this sick, even though it's actually not that bad. If there's no nasal congestion, I'm pretty happy, but right now I'm just like, I'm an annoyance. I can't go out in public right now, but I want to. And there's landscaping happening outside, which is why it's so friggin' noisy. Cat update, that's about it. Sorry, nothing. Boop, boop, boop. Uneventful cat. Boop, boop, boop. Uneventful cat. So I've kind of been focusing a lot on this whole pattern thing just because it's a new area of potential growth and it gives me something to do that is somewhat productive. Anyway, so like I've been having difficulty trying to get things to arrange properly so that there's not too many weird gaps. Alright, so this one's not bad. I fixed it a bit, so this is okay. I'm okay with this. So I've been like printing it out, trying to see what it looks like in real life. And of course I forgot that if I print something in CMYK, my printer goes crazy and prints everything cyan. So that's why this one looks so weird. But, so this is like the original thing that I made, and I think like this is too big, but it's also kind of like fun as a really big print. Like this might make sense like on a pillowcase or something. And then I went and I just kept resizing it and reprinting it to like make it look like something. Like I still think that this might be a little bit too big for like a shirt or something, and this one is a little too small, but I think that it's also kind of like good for things like really like tailored things, like things with small parts. And so I'm just like, I can't decide. I guess I could just make all of them available to be used. Most of these are going to a very specific person who is running a fabric business, so I wouldn't be making this available to like everybody, but I do plan to take a couple that I've already released, fixing them up and putting them somewhere on like Spoonflower or something, so that people who actually sew stuff can use it for whatever they want. And so that's what's happening. Still feel awful. So tired of this. Can't wait for my lungs to function again, because I'm just like, I want to get on with my life, you know? Come on. I just printed a black thing and look at that. Oh, that is so bad. I don't know if that's just like the toner or if it's the, you know, the imaging tube or whatever. Damn, that's bad. Toner is low, so I guess the sooner I can replace the black one, maybe it'll be better after. I don't know. It's pretty bad though. It is now later and I've done it. I cannot believe I've actually like done all of these today. Even though I've been working on it for like probably like at least all week, maybe longer. I can't remember now. Time is like meaningless. But like, you know, last week I honestly didn't think that I could make patterns, and now that I have kind of worked it out, it's a whole exciting new world. Okay. So like, I'll walk you through it. Just an example, like I made a few of my city houses thingy clusters, whatever, and this is great, thanks. Because I just have a good feeling about this artwork, that I think that it could be appealing to a lot of people. Yeah, but they're also incredibly fun to make, and I learned things about the city, so I'm probably going to be doing this kind of artwork for a while, off and on. Anyway, this is what it looks like at full size, and then I also printed it at like part size, which has more space in it. Cute little cluster cities, like, yeah, like a shirt or something with those on, I don't know. And then I tried doing one in black, but the print is just awful. This one does not have the splash effect on it, but my regular artwork is done with a black background to make the colors pop, so that's obviously completely lost on my printer. Sorry. And this is fishes, because everyone loves the fish sketch. I love the fish sketch, so I decided to make one with this. This is supposed to be the color of the paper, so it's like a yellow beige. But again, the CMYK put a blue haze all over the whole thing in splotchy ways, and I kind of dig it. I also actually have a version of this in a similar grayish blue color, so it's kind of like looking at both of them at once. I love this pattern. I think that like the whole world would love this, and it needs to be out there, I think. Cute. This is the one that I sort of fashioned after Tomb Raider in a really kind of subtle way. I just wanted to see because we saw Tomb Raider on a list of things that people wanted patterns of, and like you don't do copyrighted material and sell it. Like, that's ridiculous. So I kind of just took inspiration from it and made my own kind of thing. So I got like the Jeep and the compass and a backpack and some teacups because I loved the training period, you know, where you have to like learn how to jump and stuff, and that stupid butler follows you around with tea, with the tea set and things. And I also done it in blue because I wanted that style to specifically be like a French toile style. And again, my printer kind of butchered it with the blue. It's a little bit way too saturated. This is supposed to be like a light neutral blue, but it's not. But yeah, that's what I was working on today. And I'm gonna do one of my old butterfly art, but I'm gonna make that available to everybody. These ones are reserved for a specific business, so witness my healthy ass lunch here. Sort of. These rice cake things, I got them from the TNT. They're super freaking good, like super good. I don't know how far reaching the TNT is, but it's like an imported Japanese or Chinese, like maybe probably both, generally East Asian supermarket, and they make the best rice cakes. They are incomparable. They actually taste good, which means that they're probably actually not that good for you. Let's face it, it's probably full of like malted sugar or something, barley, I don't know. It tastes good. It tastes kind of sweet. So this has red bean in it, so I'm gonna eat some of this. And then today I have to go and pick up the plein air painting that I didn't finish, and I've become a little bit less interested in finishing it, but I guess I will because it's a free canvas and it's a half-finished painting, so I'll probably work on it. And yeah, that'll give me something productive to do today, I guess. Hot. I just got like the weirdest text message. I'm gonna go to White Rock, but like on the way I should check this out. Okay, like, so I got like this text message. My shipment has arrived for pickup at a local convenience store. I don't know what that means. I've never gotten a text like this in my life, and as far as I know, convenience stores don't really function this way. So like, if it's not like some random spam text message, like the idea that someone would have delivered a package to a random business without notifying anybody and having my name on it is really funny. And I'm gonna have to go over there and see what this is about. 'Cause if like a business got a package with some rando's name on it, like they're just gonna open it and like throw it away or something. Like I don't even understand what is happening. Oh my god, 2 hours later I'm back. Ugh. Got my painting back. What? There it is. Apparently people who saw it thought that looked very much like an anime background, which is kind of... And there was a package. It was sent by like some random courier that I've never heard of. But like I went downstairs and there was a notice on the mailbox, which means that they had to have gotten into the building. So they like came into the building, and instead of coming to the door to deliver it, they just put a notice on my box, which is pretty standard for couriers. And then they just take it to some rando convenience store. Like, what the heck? And when I got there, they had a giant stack of packages. So they obviously have this every single day. Or something like that. Or they just have giant piles of packages from... Like, isn't that bizarre? A convenience store. Who... Like, I really want to know, like, who's the first person who thought, I know, I'll just dump all of my packages at the convenience store instead of delivering them. That's funny. Oh well, at least I guess it was real and I got the last paintbrushes I was looking for. Maggie, why? That's so mean. Nobody asked you to hurt a bug. Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta... Oh, God. Maggie, why?
He's already died and lay on the side of the road.
I don't want him to be crushed. So pretty. Shut up. When a door-to-door salesman comes knocking on your door. I don't know. At a pool party. Oh, what the heck? Wait. Sure, alright. I've never seen